Hello folks, and welcome to NetCruiser RC. Today we're going to do a bit of an unboxing, and I want to do my first Tamiya. This is going to be part of the Steve OD 313 Build-Off 4. Now I've missed out on the first three just because I didn't build the kits he was doing. Build-Off 1 was the Tamiya Grasshopper, Build-Off 2 was the Tamiya Lunchbox, Build-Off 3 was the Tamiya Dancing Rider, and Build-Off 4 is Tamiya kit of your choice. Now a few months ago I happened to order a Tamiya kit, and I've had it for quite some time, but I was purposely waiting to end of summer, almost fall, to build it for on-road racing. And that is this kit right here. So let me get it down and we'll do an unboxing. Okay, here it is. This is the Tamiya MAN racing truck in the Bosch livery, and this is based on the TT01E chassis. Now, I've been in RC since the early 90s, and this is the first Tamiya that I've ever purchased. How crazy is that? I know that they've been around forever. They have so many kits, from entry level all the way up to top tier TRF, you know, $1,000 plus kits. This one is kind of entry level, and it's based on an entry level chassis. It has friction shocks, but it is designed in this Euro truck, semi-truck style that I really like the look of. That is awesome. And they spec race these, which means that you build them as they come, and you use the brushed motor, the ESC, the stock tires, stock body. There's the only one mod that you're allowed to do to this truck for racing is bearings, which is the Fast Eddy bearing. So I do have that ready. It's TFE 4417 is the bearing kit, Fast Eddy bearings. So I will be doing that while I do the build. There's not really a whole bunch more to show you about the kit. There's nothing on the bottom. There's very little specs on it, so let's just get right into it, and I'll show you what it looks like on the inside. Now the cool thing about these Tamiya kits is that it includes a motor and it includes an ESC. And this was around the 150 to 180 mark. So it's a pretty affordable kit, and I really like the styling of this one. So let's get right into it. Here's the information about the chassis, the electronics. So you do need to provide your own radio system and your own servo, but it comes with the motor and the ESC as mentioned. So the TT01 Type E is a shaft-driven four-wheel drive system. Alright, here's everything you get in the kit. Parts tree 1. Bags are unlabeled. Here's the bottom of the Lexan shell. It is a two-piece design, so you get this bottom part and then the cab sits on top. And here's the cab piece that you need to cut out. Like that. Set that aside. More parts trees. This is the diff covers. This is the battery hold down and bumpers. The tractor trailer. Fifth scale hitch and bumpers, front foam bumper. You get tires with it. You get scale tractor truck looking tires. Hard to tell in the plastic, but you do. You also get scale looking tractor trailer looking wheels. This is the drive shaft and the axles. Here's the bathtub chassis. You get an ESC, as I mentioned. Here's the electronic speed control. Now, the really cool thing about these Tamiya electronic speed controls is that they support brushed and brushless, which when I heard about that like blew my mind. Like, holy crap, why don't other manufacturers do that? You know, it's not going to hold up to a really hot brushless motor, but just the fact that you can do it is really cool for the budget conscious person who, you know, they just want to buy a brushless motor, and you can do that with the stock Tamiya electronics. And then here's the rest of all the parts, the greases, the oils, the bushings. There's the metal and plastic bushings. Oh, the glare. There's the metal and plastic bushings in there. You got your motor here. The motor is just a typical 540 Silvercan Tamiya motor, nothing special about that. Although I need to look up the specs for the racing class for this, because someone told me that you can also maybe run the sport tuned motor, but I was just going to build it all with just what it comes with. The books, this is the chassis, TT01 Type E, shaft driven 4-wheel drive, looks like a pretty good book. Although I've never built a Tamiya before. So here's an example of the instructions. Here's step 1, where you're putting the center gear assembly into the bathtub chassis. It looks like it's mostly pictograms with a couple of text instructions, but for the most part it's figure out each major step, which is kind of cool. There's a lot more paperwork in here about how to program the ESC, what type of battery you can use, the legal regulatory information. Now here's the additional booklet about the truck. So the other documentation is about how to build the chassis. This one is about how to build the truck specific items, so that's pretty cool. Which is how to mount the tires, the motors, the bumper, how to cut out the body. Look at how many pieces are on the body. The body is complex. I'm not sure how you're supposed to glue it together. Wow, yeah, looks like the body is a whole build in itself. Cool though, pretty cool. How to program the ESC and the radio. Likely all of the parts and optional parts. And the exploded diagram. The documentation seems pretty good. And then the very last one is all of the decals. So there's your decal sheet. All right. So here's my pile of stuff, and I'll start to build this into September, and hopefully by the end of September it's done. So lastly, while I'm talking about this, I just want to mention that the idea of a build-off is really cool, and props to Steve-O for doing this. You know, if you don't know, Steve-O D is new into the hobby. He just got into it this year, and he's really pulled together a lot of people. You know, he's been growing on YouTube, he's been putting a lot of effort into his content, and I really like how he's been pulling the community together. If you have RC content, it's most likely that you've seen him leave a comment on your videos. So props to him. I know how much time that takes. He must watch a lot of content, and he leaves great comments. It's really cool to be able to build your own thing, show it off, but feel like you're still in a bit of a community and a build-off. So that's really cool, and I like that idea. So I'm participating in this one, and I might do some more in the future. We will see. So far, they've been all Tamiya kits. Now, I don't know if that's going to change in the future, but you know, Tamiya has a humongous catalog of products that you can build, from very small cost in the $100 level all the way up to the $1,000 up level. So I imagine most of the ongoing kits will be in that lower end spectrum, and this is one of them. So again, look forward to future videos about building the TT01E MAN racing truck, and I will be racing it this fall. Trying to get a couple of other guys together in the area to build or that have the same truck to come out to the on-road racing, and we're going to do a spec class with them. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button. If you're new around here, subscribe. If you want to talk to me, leave a comment down below. And as always, thanks for watching.